This is CPM Precalculus Chapter 2, number 131. So for the triangle at right, triangle ABC, here it is, state the ratio in terms of the sides. So part A, we're asked what's 1 divided by cosine of alpha. Alright, so looking at the triangle here, right, what do we notice? It's a right triangle, right? One of the angle B is 90 degrees. And we're looking at perspective from this angle A here, which has length alpha. Okay, so the measurement of angle A is alpha, and we want to go ahead and find all of these ratios. Well, luckily for us, we know for right triangles, they always follow the sine, cosine, and tangent, right? Cosine, sine, and tangent ratios following our little acronym here, SOH-CAH-TOA. Right? And S stands for sine. So this one allows us to know sine of an angle in a right triangle. This is for right triangles. Right? Sine of some angle in it, not the 90-degree angle, so we're looking at angle A or angle C, is equal to the opposite side. So sine of some angle is opposite side over hypotenuse, right? O over H. Okay, because right triangles, I mean, we have 3 sides. One is adjacent, one is hypotenuse, and one is opposite. Okay, so we have 3 sides. Looking at this one, which side is opposite? Well, this angle opens up to this side, right? And you can also just draw from the angle, draw an arrow out, and you're going to get to this side. So side A over here is the opposite side, right? Which one is the hypotenuse of this triangle? Well, that's always opposite of the right angle. It's also always the longest side. So B over here, side B is hypotenuse, right? And which one is adjacent to angle A? Well, both these sides are adjacent to angle A, right? Because angle A has 2 sides that it opens to, but one of them has a special name, the hypotenuse, and the other one is our adjacent side. Okay, so this is how we find all the angles. So sine is opposite over adjacent. Cosine is A over H. So cosine of the angle is going to be A, which stands for adjacent. H stands for hypotenuse. And TOA stands for tan is the ratio of the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. O stands for opposite, A stands for adjacent. Okay? So when we go ahead and plug these in, right, we have 1 in the numerator, and cosine of our angle, this is alpha. This symbol right here is alpha. So cosine we know is from CAH is adjacent over hypotenuse. So remember from angle A, right, the adjacent side is C, and the hypotenuse is side B. Okay? And what we have to remember here now is what do we do when we have a fraction with a fraction in the denominator? So what you always do is when we have something in the top and something in the bottom, well, this becomes, right, the numerator, whatever it is, right now it's 1, it could be 1 over 1, we could write it as, right, times the reciprocal of what's in the denominator. So we flip that, and it becomes B over C is the reciprocal. Multiplying this now is just easy. 1 times B is just B. 1 times C is just C. Okay, so the ratio is just B over C for part A. Okay, so if you can go ahead and finish B and C, go for it. You can push pause. You can check your answer when you're done, but I suggest that you try to go for it yourself. Okay, so this one again, we have 1 in the numerator, sine of our alpha angle. So remember, sine is the opposite over hypotenuse, so we already have opposite is A. Hypotenuse is side B. Okay, so sine of alpha is A over B. Again, when we have a fraction in the denominator, we can multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, since we have 1 times it, just stays as B over A. And we're done. Okay. Likewise, here we have 1 divided by tangent of alpha. Tangent, remember, is opposite over adjacent. Opposite is A. Adjacent is side C, right? Go ahead and we know the reciprocal of the denominator is going to become what we're going to multiply by. So it's 1 times C over A, and that's just C over A. All right? So that is all of these 3 ratios in terms of the sides of our triangle here, ABC. Okay? So that ends CPM Precalculus Chapter 2, number 131.